I'm Tim Chapman, CEO and President of the Foundation here at Fort Hays State. And we're here this morning just to talk a little bit about accomplishments from this past year and what we have planned for the coming year. This last year we had a record-breaking numbers, not only in enrollment, but in gifts received. The alumni and friends of this institution continue to come to the ballpark, eye the baseball, and seem to hit home runs for us all the time. Since the foundation moved into the Robbins Center in 2008, cash gifts have increased 200%. Cash, yes, we do accept cash. Life income plans, estate gifts, trusts, property gifts, stock, in-kind gifts, all have been utilized in greater numbers than in the past. A lot of people say, why? How come, Tim? It's real easy. It's quality people asking quality people and helping Fort Hays State University's journey for their students to be a success. Our facilities are fantastic. The faculty, staff, students are remarkable, and the product, first class. Our constituent base can hold their heads high, knowing the leadership and outcomes of Fort Hays is second to none. Your foundation has assets of $72 million, a record. We received $10.3 million in cash last year, a record. Our annual giving team received $1.6 million in gifts through 4 efforts. The average gift, $100, a record. Like they say, how do you raise $1 million? $1 at a time. It's exactly what that team does. 30% of our donors increased their support last year. 15% of our donors, this is really a great statistic. 15% of our donors are 20-year consecutive donors. Think about that. That's a huge number. Now, I don't know if both of those last two, the 30% and the 15%, are records, but they're great, great numbers. We continue to receive over 10,000 gifts every year. And I guess bottom line is we all done good this last year. So what's to come? This year we will implement a case statement for the next comprehensive campaign. Initiatives will be defined, legacy or naming options will be clarified, and we will hit the road and talk with those individuals that we feel have an interest to be leaders in this effort. Who are the leaders? You are the leaders. Our alumni, our friends, staff, and faculty all carry the flag for Fort Hays State University. You've always been the leaders, and maybe we haven't recognized you well enough in the past, but you are. You will continue to be the leader for us this next year. Speaking of leaders, this past year we welcomed a new president to our campus. We've tried to speed her up a little bit. She doesn't need a new battery, let's just put it that way. With that, Dr. Martin, if you'd come forward.
Thank you all for being here this morning as we welcome family back to our home, back to Fort Hays State University. This is a momentous occasion as we celebrate the 70th anniversary of the fundraising arm of our family, and that is the foundation. In my convocation speech just a couple of days ago, I talked about the fact that, as Tim has said, that it takes all of us, it takes all the family to ensure that the next generation of leaders have access to the quality education, to the superb education that each one of us received. And so it's our time to pass it forward. Fort Hays State University is a destination of choice because of our programs of distinction and our people of excellence. All of you are our people of excellence. Those who are not here today are alumni, our friends, our donors. They're people of excellence. Our students are people of excellence. For many of those students, however, were it not for the generosity of the family, they could not be here. And so, as I said in my convocation, can you spare $1? Because if you can, that ends up being $12 a pay period. Can you spare a cup of coffee each day? Because if you do, then that turns out to be $1.25, $12.50. It is those gifts that matter. And whether it's the dollar, whether it's the $1.25, whether it's the $100, whether it's the $1 million, or the $1 billion, because who knows, back there I can't see. As I said in convocation, the next lottery winner, or Donald Trump for that matter, could be there. And you know that I'm going to be knocking at his door, because our people of excellence are worth it. And what we do here at Fort Hays State University is to ensure that those leaders have access to the American dream, because Fort Hays State University is the university where the American dream is alive and well. It's the university where the American dream not has just survived, but thrives. And that's because of you. That's because of your generosity. That's because you choose to sacrifice today so that others can have the benefit that our parents gave us. And for that, I am sincerely thankful. So on behalf of the faculty, on behalf of the staff, and most importantly, on behalf of the lives that you shape each and every day, our students, thank you. Thank you for continuing to make Fort Hays State University the destination of choice through your many gifts and through your support. And thank you to the foundation, who under the able leadership of Mr. Tim Chapman has not only set records, but have opened doors to those who often have not had the doors open because of your efforts and because of the effort of the team that is with him. All of those that are out in the field, all of those who are out knocking at doors, all of those who are out telling our story. And yes, it's time for us to be less humble because we have great stories to tell. So, as a former faculty, we cannot leave the pulpit without giving homework. And so your homework is simple. Spread the word. Knock at doors. Tell all that is great and wonderful about this, our home, about this Fort Hays State University. Welcome home, y'all. Take care. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Martin. This next person that I'd like to have come up and talk is a lifelong friend in many ways. We grew up here in Hays in our latter years of high school, I guess. Jeff Pyer is a longtime Hays resident, Fort Hays alum, and supporter both not of his time and monetarily, but through the Alumni Association and through the foundation. Jeff graduated from Fort Hays State magna cum laude in 1980 with a degree in finance and economics. He received a law degree from the University of Kansas School of Law in 1983 and is a senior member of the business sections of Klindel and Osterman LLC. Jeff has served as on the Board of Trustees since 2001 and currently is my boss as the chair of our Board of Trustees. Jeff, if you'd like to come forward.
Thank you, Tim, and I'm so pleased to be the new chair of the foundation and would like to thank all of my predecessors and for all that they've done for the foundation, and I'm very pleased to see all of you here today. I'd just like to tell you a little bit about the foundation and then share a few personal thoughts about why I am so involved with the foundation. Well, first of all, as Dr. Martin said, the foundation is just an important part of the Tiger family. The foundation is guided by 39 different trustees who represent 5 different states, 18 different academic majors, a very impressive group of folks that we have on our board of trustees. Now, I know about half of the people are already standing, but I would like any of the trustees that are here today to stand, and then I guess maybe everybody else can sit down. I'm not sure. But anyway, but I would like to recognize 5 of our new trustees. Thank you, Ed, Jack, and other trustees I see standing back there. A few waving. A few new trustees. Jill Arnsdorf. Is Jill here somewhere? Don't know. Denise Denning, I know I about ran over Denise on the way in, so I know she's here. Stephanie Grenage, there's Stephanie over there. Kara Moore, and Jessica Thompson. And the other thing I'm very proud about this group of trustees, all 39 of them, every single one is a financial supporter of the foundation. Similarly, our Alumni Association, every member of the board of directors of the Alumni Association financially supports the foundation. That's just an incredible statistic, 100% from both boards. I couldn't be prouder of that. Now, why do I spend time with the foundation? Well, it goes back to the whole concept of family that Dr. Martin talked about. This university has been so important to my family. In fact, I first set foot in this very building 52 years ago this week. And you're thinking, boy, does that guy look that old or whatever? I mean, not really. I was 4 years old at the time. My dad had just accepted a position on the faculty here at Fort Hays. And in fact, his office was up in the upper floors of this building at that point in time. And I remember the old swimming pool back here. Used to come here to watch basketball games. I used to sneak away and go over to the old Sternberg Museum. And my father taught here for 25 years and valued the most advising students on how to go farther in their career, how to find a job, all of those things. Well, I eventually became a student here and was afforded so many opportunities academically, extracurricularly, all sorts of university organizations. Had a wonderful time at the Sigma Chi fraternity house down the street and made lifelong friends. I met my wife here. We just celebrated our 33rd anniversary last week. My parents gave me the gift of giving in that they taught me that's what you ought to do. They set up the Fort Hays Pyre Family Foundation, or Scholarship Fund, I should say, many years ago, and I've continued that tradition. It supports people in the business school as well as the speech and hearing pathology department, and has been a great opportunity for students. And I know they continue to be blessed by the letters that they receive from students every year with a card or a picture or a thank you. That's why you do it. That's why you pay it forward. Just as Dr. Martin said, all of us here, we need to pay it forward. Thanks very much.
As I'd mentioned, the product of Fort Hays State is first class. Ulysses Gonzalez is a graduate from Garden City High School. He's currently a senior at Fort Hays, double major in management, tourism, and hospitality management. And during his time at Fort Hays, he has been involved in many co-curricular activities. Currently, Ulysses serves as a president of our SGA. So Ulysses, if you'd like to come forward, please.
Thank you, Tim. When Jason asked me to speak a couple weeks ago, I didn't realize I was going to be speaking to such a good-looking crowd, so thank you all for coming. As Tim said, my name is Ulysses Gonzalez. I'm a 2012 graduate from Garden City High School down in Garden City, Kansas. I was born in Mexico, but I was raised in Garden City all my life, so Kansas is home to me. I am a first-generation student and a Hispanic minority. Once I graduated high school, the next step for me was college, but I questioned if it was an option. I had the mentality that many have as a Hispanic and as a first-generation student. Can I afford college? Am I able to go to college? College would be difficult for me to accomplish. However, thanks to Fort Hays State University and the amazing donor support, I was able to make my dream into a reality. And here I am 1 week into my senior year of college. I want to express my deepest and sincerest gratitude to every single individual who has contributed to the success of our students here at Fort Hays, including mine. The financial support coming from donors can be tied to a numerical figure, but the impact this support has to our college experience is invaluable and cannot be measured in any way, shape, or form. So thank you. I've always said that co-curricular involvement is a contributing factor to the success of a student. What students learn in the classroom can be applied outside of the classroom through engagement in student organizations. Again, thanks to the amazing financial support from donors, I've been able to enhance my college experience by not worrying about getting a second job to afford my college education, therefore allowing me to get involved. My time at Fort Hays has been memorable, and sometimes I am lost for words when speaking about it. For now, I'm enjoying the opportunity to continue my education here, but I cannot wait till one day be able to support students here at Fort Hays like you all have supported mine in the few short years I have been here. Once again, thank you for your generosity and your everlasting support to this institution that I love to call home. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Ulysses. I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize the staff of the foundation. All those that are here, please come forward. You know, this is the team that really makes it happen day to day. The development officers made over 750 personal calls last year to individuals like yourselves all over the country, and providing them the opportunity to support students and departments here on our campus. Haley and the marketing team of Haley does fantastic work and sends out all kinds of stuff. Let's just put it that way. The accounting team is daily. Dorothy receipts all of our gifts. She's the gal that receipts the 10,000 plus gifts every year, the busiest person of which we like in our office. These guys, I'm so proud of them and their approach of how they talk to folks, their professionalism in meeting people and telling the Fort Hays story, and they need to be recognized more often for their work. So thank you guys for doing that. This next year, you can just stay there too if you want to. This next year we are in the silent phase of this next effort. A lot of people don't understand what that means. It really is an opportunity for us to build and look at ourselves internally as a team. What do we need to do to build some staff? And gives us an opportunity to build a case statement and know what those initiatives are under Dr. Martin's leadership in regards to what are our main goals and priorities for this campus financially from a budgetary standpoint. And enables us to really look and do the research that's needed to go out and touch those individuals we feel like have the capacity to help us, not only with the smaller gifts, as Dr. Martin has talked about, to the $100 gifts through our annual giving, that's an average gift, to those that we announced this last year that were all the way up to $1 million. But this is really a time for us to look at and strategize on what we're doing in that regard, and we'll keep you posted as we go forward. With that, on behalf of the foundation team, we would just like to say thank you to everyone here for your support, your partnership. As I mentioned at convocation, anytime I stand up in front of folks and I say, would the foundation staff please stand, I would love it if everybody in the room would stand up, because it's a partnership, it's an effort that we all go through. We're all ambassadors of this university and trying to achieve the goals and objectives that are laid before us. And with that, we all say thank you very much. Any questions before we turn the mic off? Thank you.